Great. Welcome to the first ever Service Mesh Con. So, let me spend a second to introduce myself. My name is Lin Sun. I work for IBM. I'm a senior technical staff member and master inventor at IBM. I have been working on containers and cloud native since 2014. And I've been working on the Istio project since 2017. It's really great honor to be here and welcome you guys to the first ever Service Mesh Con. I saw lots of familiar faces. How many of you actually went to Service Mesh Day that's sponsored by Tetrade in March this year? Quite a few of you. So that was a really cool conference too. How many of you have tried at least one Service Mesh implementation? Wow. How many of you are using Service Mesh in production? Oh my. That's amazing. So a couple of housekeeping rules. So you guys all know the Wi-Fi's? It's on the back of your badge too. We welcome you guys to tweet interesting things about Service Mesh Con using hashtag Service Mesh Con 2019. We are going to have snacks and also lunches, so that's a good thing. So you will have beverages and snacks in the room. Lunch is going to be on the hallway, and there's also overflow lunch, which is 5A. If you're a speaker for today, you do have time to test your projectors, test your laptop during breaks and lunches, so that's good. Let's take a moment to thank all of our sponsors, Diamond, Platinum, Gold, and Community Sponsor. If you actually don't know any of the sponsors, I encourage you to actually Google and look them up, because I didn't know every single one of them, and think of how they are related to Service Mesh. How many of you have seen this? I know you guys, what you guys are thinking. I steal this from CNCF landscape page. I actually zoom into that page. It's a really crazy diagram. So what I did was I zoom into diagram and just zoom into the Service Mesh section. And I put this together for you just to help everybody to understanding the timeline of Service Meshes from 2015 to 2017 with Istio and linked the conduit to 2018. And look how many new projects just arrived 2019. How many of you using Google Trends? A couple of you? So Google Trends is actually really interesting. By the way, this is free data. So I actually did a little bit Google Trends with the term Service Mesh since we're at Service Mesh Con. So as you can see, we have a peak this year on Service Mesh. By the way, this is the past 5 years data. Not sure if you can see it closely. So the peak is between May 19th to 25th this year. And do you remember what event that is? It's KubeCon Europe. I'm sure some of you have already been there. So that generates peak events. And I'm really looking forward to see, towards the end of this week or next week where the peak would go. I expect to reach actually a higher peak after this week. So this is the data for the United States. And if you look at the regions within United States, you can see, what are the states in US that are interested in Service Mesh? What are the related queries and topics people are interested and excited about Service Mesh? And let's take a look at the global view. If you look, search service mesh globally, worldwide, within Google Trends. Similarly, we will see a peak also at the KubeCon Europe timeframe in May, and also it's still increasing. And guess who is the #1 interest by region globally with service mesh? It's China. And it's overrun like many other countries. Like China is 100 and United States is only 1 compared to China. So that's really interesting stats. So let's talk about the conferences now. So we will have 16 sessions in total. The conference committee, by the way, those guys who are conference committee, please stand up. I want everyone to give them a round of applause. So thank you for serving the conference committee. So a couple of things as we design the schedule for today. We want to make sure you guys actually have really long breaks, and we want to make sure you guys actually end early today, so you have time to socialize and also go to the lightning talk of KubeCon. We want to make sure it's vendor neutral, so that we would like to cover service meshes like Istio, Linkd, Console Connect, Superglue, Network Service Mesh. Some of you may argue it's not really service mesh. And also SMI, and also homegrown control plane for Envoy. So if you're interested in building homegrown control plane yourself, and also leverage a service mesh for Canary and AB deployments. So our selection is really focused on users running service mesh in production or really at large scale for you. We want you to learn from each service mesh provider today and take that knowledge as you evaluate service mesh vendors and also adopt a service mesh in your journey. With that, I'm not going to go through details of the schedule today, but really important is 10:15 is the break, and also 12:15 we will break for 55 minutes for lunch. And we have another break at 3 o'clock, and we have closing at 4:30. So this morning, I will be your conference host today to introduce speakers, make sure the speakers ends on time. And this afternoon, Christian Poster will be your host for the conference today. With that, I would like to introduce our first speaker, William Morgan. Many of you probably already know him. He's the co-founder and CEO of Buoyant, creators of Linkd. So let's welcome William on stage. Thank you, everyone.